confidence in yourself. You have to love yourself. Okay? We came a long way to give up. Don't ever give up. No matter what, don't ever give up. I never give up. I went through a lot. You know, I used to go on community and fight for the rights of women, and then I end up fainting. I faint 3-4 times on a crowd because when that car accident, sometimes I have high blood pressure, me, and at that time I didn't know what else to do, you know, because you don't want to quit what you do and everything. But I learned how to love myself first, you know, take care of me. So that's what today I am who I am today. I'm more better than before, more organized than before, you know, like nobody's perfect. I'm not that superwoman, but we are superwoman in our own kind, you know. Look at our fingers, right? Are not the same, right? So the same as our character, appreciate you. Doesn't matter what you don't need to compete with nobody. You don't need to be somebody else. Just be yourself. Always, even our Sinaz human remind us. Our Zainab Ansel, my sister Mama Zara to us, remind us, just be yourself. Appreciate you. Every little thing you do in life, it will help you to overcome many. And don't be scared to take that chances. I just want to welcome all the women to be part of us, because we call a vehicle of happiness and pleasure, because we're having fun while we do what we do anyway, right? And it doesn't take anything away, wherever your job. If you're a lawyer, you're a doctor. In our company, we have doctors, we have a surgeon, you know, we have lawyers, we have people have salons people. They're doing excellent, because now they have an online, like you have a second option, online business, and you have a traditional business. When traditional business, if you're sick, you close the door, your online business is open. So guys, the option is online business, and this business for fashion.
Oh, today I have a very, very phenomenal lady. Again, she's your own inspire. This is Miriam Adam. Miriam Adam is a very incredible woman, at least since I I existed. I've met one incredible woman. Miriam is a mom of 3 children. She's lived as a single mom, and she's volunteered most of her life, and later she changed into really becoming an entrepreneur. Today, Miriam is a very, very successful entrepreneur, from being the life she was in as a volunteer, which is not a bad thing, but also raising 3 children on her own, but also managed to say, no, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to support women who live the same life that I've been living, and I want to make a difference on this world. So I brought Miriam here all the way from Toronto, Canada. By the way, Miriam is originally from Tanzania. Oh,
Somalia and Tanzania.
in Tanzania, and she currently lives in Toronto. So she's a very successful business woman who is aspired to inspire other women, and that's why she's here today with us. Miriam, welcome on Inspire.
Woo-hoo. Thank you very much, my sister. I'm honored, first of all, to be here, Sister Emertha. And you know why? First of all, I said me and you, we connected. It's our sister Dada. You know, I just want to give a salute, first of all. That's number one. You know, when you see another sister inspire you, it is priceless, guys. Completely priceless. So for me, you inspire me. Our sister Dada inspired me. When I watched the video, oh my God, I say, you know what? We need more women out there who are amazing. We need to hear from them. They need to tap into this channel, because at the end of the day, hey, we are locked down on pandemic. We already been locked down, right? But us as a mother, we already been locked up from long time ago. We are always home. We do everything we are doing right now. We've been doing from ancient history. We are mother for our husband. We are mother for our children. We are mother for our grandmother, our grandsister, our sons, like, doesn't matter what. We are mother of the community. No matter what, woman, we are the backbone of the community. Without a woman, there's no peace out there. So with all that said, then we can start.
Yes, thank you. By the way, you are looking so amazing, fabulous. I like your necklace. Oh my goodness, Africa is in the house.
Because I have to represent.
Yes. So a bit of your background, Miriam.
Okay, I think my volume. Can you hear? Can you speak a little bit louder? I could not hear you.
I was asking if you could give a bit of your background, who Miriam is clearly. I just gave a little bit of introduction, more from you would be marvelous.
Thank you. My name is Miriam Adam. I'm original Somali background, grew up in Tanzania, Kenya. So I'm a really true East Africa, I can call myself. Like I can say Tanzania and our Mount Kilimanjaro, the tallest mountain of Africa. And I feel like all the mothers are the Kilimanjaro, That's how I say it, and you know what, we have to honor ourselves no matter what women go through. And I got married in Canada, and I was here since 1988 in Canada. And I got married, had a beautiful marriage with 3 beautiful children. My son now is 29 years old, and my daughter, she's 26, and my other daughter is 24, going to 25. So my last one, she said, my last one, everybody tells me, Miriam, you just give birth to yourself, because she's a Gemini like me. And every time she talks, I say, oh, you're another younger Miriam, So I'm proud because they've been there for me. They're my 2 pillars, especially, my daughters. And when you get connected to your children, it's very powerful. And go ahead, darling.
Yeah, so what was life like growing up in East Africa?
For the life in... All right. First of all, East Africa, we grow up in the community of loving, caring, people help each other. The time of Diwali, people, we dance, Nati and Gunguru, and we wear the sari. The time of, you hear the drums, right? You hear the drums, we get out and go and dance on the street, like I'm always love music. That's my, the drums heal you, the drums, it gives you the inspiration. And the drums, it doesn't matter which language you speak, the drums lift you. So I call the drums of Africa. So it doesn't matter where you're, east, west, north, or south. When you hear the drums, when you're stressed, just play your drums, any kind of drum. You can play salsa, it has a drums. When you hear music, it kind of, so that was my inspiration. My family, when they're looking for me, they say, just follow the drum, you'll find Miriam. That's my fellow time. We couldn't catch you when you hear music. It's like, if when they do those street music, they go around. Sometimes they have a election time. People, they pass by in front of our home with the drums. Me, I'm like, whee! Go. So, and then I always like to involve. But anybody who called me since I was a little girl, called me for help and don't know how to say no. I run and wherever I can. So sometimes people took for granted, sometimes not, but you know what? I always believe in God. Wherever you do right, always God is going to protect you. That's what I always say. No matter what, don't ever judge a book by itself. Don't ever refuse to help somebody else because somebody else hurt you. Every individual are different. So that's why they call me Miss Love. They give me a nickname, Miss Love. So that's I'm always happy. When I cry with passion because it takes me a lot to cry.
So if I take take you back. Your life in Africa was that beautiful life of playing drums, of gathering, of community,
Yes.
and of that, life and
Yes.
luxury, happiness. Oh, and then you moved to Canada after that, and you got married. How was again life like being an immigrant woman and then becoming a mother of three and being able to do what you did? Because you mentioned that you actually worked with numerous organizations such as Somalia Immigrant Women, Association of African Women, Women Alliance, and African Women in Leadership, and the many others. Really, the list goes on and on. So you are a mother of three, you're an immigrant woman in a foreign land. Really, how did you manage to do all that?
You know what? That's a long journey. So I'll try to keep it as short, as narrow it, and then anybody else in the future want to contact our sister Emertha can ask as many questions as you want, because it's our whole life, right? Being in Canada since 1988 up to now, 2021, that's a long journey. It's like the whole book, it's out there. But the beauty is when you share true story, it is the best thing to help lift another human being. So I'm honored to be here to share my story. For the first thing, I'm a very proud African woman, simple and clear, and a mother and a sister and a wife and, best friend. I always say that I have so many best friends, I can't even count because I found on my journey, I found many people who are amazing soul. So you can't have enough friends. That's what I said. Now I add you, Emertha, right? When I was living in Toronto community housing, first I lived in it's called city, like they had a Toronto community housing, but they had another one before the corporate housing. So when we were living there, I was with my husband before I had any children. I was still 1988. I came to Canada. I got a job on a traveling agent because my background, I did travel and tourism. So that's my passion. I love to fly. I love to travel, to see many things and learn many things. So that was my passion, because back home when I was studying, I was supposed to be a nurse, right? And then the first thing, they sent us to the hospital for the practice, and I saw blood. I completely changed. I went and vomited, and I said, oh my God. So because you have to be tough to be a doctor. And I said, so all the nurses and doctors out there, I give you salute. I'm telling you, it's a big job. So when I saw it, for only the practice, I did my Form 6, when they send you from class now to go to the hospital to do the practice, I couldn't take it. I can't see the blood. And I'm always like cry, one time. So they told me you have to, because to be a doctor or a nurse, you have to have the heart to take it and the stomach to take it. So I went and I changed completely my education. I did a travel tourism and hotel management. Even when I came to Canada, I went completely, they told me, oh, you don't have Canadian experience. So we had that. You can't get a job because you're immigrant. You cannot do this, or you don't have Canadian. So I asked them, I challenged them. I said, what is a Canadian experience? If you don't give me a chance to get that experience, how can I be, used to anybody, right? So I went back to school, right? Can you believe I went to study again grade 12, like I went to grade 11, like just to have that certificate, Canadian certificate and everything. So there's no shame, guys, to go back to school and start it again. There's no shame. But if you wait and wait later on, again, you have to go and start again back to school, you waste already time. So me, I just decide to take action of my life. I went back to school. I did again at Barnthorpe Collegiate Institute in Toronto. That's where I started being activist in the school, gathering, students and everything, and fighting for the rights of women and the community. And then I end up meeting Rexel Health Center. I meet, Lamp Health Center on the area in Toronto. When I was working with them, they elect me to be a tenant rep, you know, my area where I live, because they said they call me an activist. I didn't know that it is an activist. I just do, you know, like whatever. So they select me. I got elected to be tenant rep, you know, to represent the tenant in my neighborhood. And we didn't have no community center because every time we fight to get a community center, rich people, they build Loblaws and all that big, you know, supermarkets where people cannot afford. So we had a 4 parking lot, right, in our Toronto housing. We went and fight. They said we have to sacrifice a space. So we did a lobby to sacrifice space, 1 parking lot to be a community center, or, you know, place where people can manage to help each other. So when we did that, we managed to go on we had issues in our community because at the Toronto housing, there's so much issues. People, we call meeting at the parking lot, you know, people grab you, Miriam, there's this issue, there's this issue. But if we don't do any action, what we called it is a parking lot meeting, right? So what we did, one day when we had a drive-by shooting at our home, all the garbage places, halls, and we have even picture up to today. I always keep my memories, you know, like portfolio. We brought a city TV to see all the halls and everything, but they couldn't do nothing because you see a mother lying down on the floor, pregnant mother, because of the drive-by shooting. Our children, I have a son, you know, and my kids were little at that time when I had children. They were very little, living in a government housing, try to make ends meet. You cannot get a job proper. We work in the warehouse. We work night shift, graveyard shift. I call graveyard shift. So we did many things to try to overcome. So when we went on City TV and we see there's nothing even the community themselves could do, we did, we continue making the lobby, you know, fighting. And I went up to Rotarian, you know, for 7 a.m. They call breakfast meeting at 7 a.m. to the Rotarian, to ask the Rotary Club, you know, Rotary is worldwide, right? To see if we can get help. Even we brought our members of parliament to come and sleep nights at our Toronto house, so to feel and see.
Oh my goodness, that's such a, you know, courageous way of doing things. You are new, you are an immigrant, and you're taking such a, you know, you are such an activist, a strong activist, making such a strong move. Really, where did you get the energy and courage to do that? Were you not afraid that maybe something is not going to be right?
The people, our people, the community. You know, when you see another woman suffering or another child suffering, you feel for yourself too. So if you don't protect them, who's going to protect you, right? If you don't stand up for your right, who's going to stand up for you? Like, we need to think out of the box. At the end of the day, the issue is there. It's not going to go away. So I said the only thing they'll say, no, right? We have to go and look for our nose to get to our yes. So if you don't be scared, if you keep scared of no's, you will never get yes. So I stand up. I'm telling you, it's not about just my story. This is complete.
I've lost you. I can't hear you.
Elderly, take note, because never too late. I always believe that. So I didn't stop there. Guess what? My dream came true. My dream came true because of that stand up, of that thing. I got elected to be the only Black woman sitting on the board of director of Toronto Community Housing.
Yeah.
So when I was sitting with our mayor and all the politicians, it's like at the end of the day, we have a meeting and then they go to their nice, beautiful home, luxury, peaceful, and they say we are one. No, we are not one. One is equal, right? So I asked them for help. I told them what is going on in the community, right? Because I'm sitting on the board where I brought OCAP, Ontario Against Poverty. They told me it's conflicts of interest. So community, I came from the poverty line. Community elect me to sit on the board of director of Toronto Housing. So what I did, they told me, go do fundraising. We will match it. Guess what? I went to Rotary. Rotary told me, go do fundraising. We will match. I said, okay. We keep taking notes, right? And I was not alone, right? I had many beautiful, strong women in the community, you know? So we went and called the city TV, the one who came before when we had our drive-by shooting. You know, when you have a drive, you see police, you see media. So I found our amazing media came. And they said, Miriam, we want to interview. I said, okay. I stand up on the glass where there's a hole, you know, the drive-by hole. We ask for fundraiser. Guess what? The next day, and in that media, I salute him. His name is Giorgio Cinto, City TV, Toronto. And I honor, because he kept his word, he came. So that's all those medias out there, they need to go to the grassroots. Grassroots are more important than those other escalate TV we keep seeing every day, you know, but nobody know what the grassroots people struggling and do. The little things people do in the grassroots, those are most important, because you are there as a politician, you are there as a media because of the grassroots. People take advantage of the grassroots and they go and make their own media and become rich, and they forget where it's come from. So that has to be stopped. I'm sorry. So we did manage to get $25,000 from the furniture company. So I salute that person too. So guess what? Remember, they told me they will match it. So we went with my ladies, we dressed up 7 a.m. for the breakfast meeting to the Rotarian. So we represent, because they said they will match it, right? So guys, if somebody promised something, keep it and not, but with the media, because trust me, handwriting, only little things, word of mouth does not count, because many things they've been community, when they want our vote, they come, they want our vote and they promise, they never do it. But keep them writing down. That's what I learned from the best, from themselves, because sitting on the board, I learned about taking notes and accountability. So if you don't have accountability, go ahead, sister.
Again, you're sitting on a board, you're an immigrant woman, you've done marvelous work, you have supported your community, but again, you've decided to become an independent business owner, whom you are today. How did that journey, tell us again about that journey, how you managed to switch from activism to business? Yeah, I believe you're still doing activism, but you're a business woman.
Thank you.
Tell us how you.
When we got the Rotarian match the funding, right? I got ring a bell. You know, when you see you did one task and then it becomes success, right? So we got a match, and the Toronto Housing, we went, and so we built a basketball with a program for mothers and their children in the community. When up to today, that basketball is still there and it's still kicking. So when I saw that, I said, so now we need to look for tools to help yourself in financially, right? Because poverty is a stress. Poverty kills. So when we went as an activist, we went to Ottawa for our parliament with our members of parliament. We took the whole bus to go to Ottawa. When we finished the meeting, we went to a restaurant. I met somebody from, this is Opulence Global Company. You see everything here. It's completely organic, natural. So that's my cup of tea. So Opulence Global, the beauty about it, it used to be called Global Wealth Trade. Somebody from that company met me at the restaurant and asked me in Ottawa. The headquarters was in Ottawa before I came to Toronto. And that is 2006. And they said, they see me, you know, bubbling, you know, I'm always excited. So they say, we need to. And then other ladies say, oh, we are busy. So I asked with my 2 other ladies, I said, let's go and check this presentation, because sometimes it's good to be spontaneous. Like today, me and you, we are spontaneous. You just asked me this week, right? I'm always spontaneous. Catch me, I'm yours. You don't catch me, somebody else catch me. That's me. You know, like when I plan anything for a long time, it never happened. It keep falling apart, and then you get disappointed. So when I see something, tomorrow never come. I just take it. If it doesn't work, it's experience, it's a knowledge, and you cannot trade knowledge. That call and that person, I listened to him. I went to see the full presentation of this business, home-based business. It makes sense. Guys, look, what are we wearing? Jewelry, right? Look at our skincare. That's our skincare, right? Health, right? So at that time, we had only the jewelry, that company had only the jewelry, and me, because I love my jewelry. See, this is what I'm wearing right now here. It's our amazing, fantastic jewelry, you know, our fairy designer line in our company, right? So why wearing Chanel, Gucci, Prada, any other company, if it doesn't, you know, when somebody love it, they don't even give you 10% of coupon to go and get minors, right?
Yeah,
So
but tell me again how you managed, how you joined that company and why you decided.
why? Because you have to love yourself.
Right.
In the plane, when something happened, you have to wear your mask first. Simple and clear. So first, if you want to help anybody else, first help yourself, put yourself somewhere so at least people can follow you on a good way. Am I right or wrong? You are who you are. You hang around with the poverty line, we stay in the poverty line, right? You hang around just job is job, just over broke. You get paid, people using you, your talent and everything, you know, it's the same because you're a slave of somebody else. So if you can work in a job, everybody say I'm busy, but all of them is job. Very few people are into business, and you can see if you hire yourself into your own business and be a product of a product, trust me, you will never fail. So this business, that door was open. I become a self-employed, right? And that is the one which I even myself decide to resign from the board of directors of Toronto Housing. People, they told me, Miriam, you're crazy. You're a board of director of community housing, you know, like you're sitting with all this. But at the end of the day, they go to their home. They are not poverty line. They are not having issue. We don't have to, they don't hear gunshot. Me, I go back to the same place where you see molding issue, you know, like a neighbor crying, somebody got shot, like all that issue. So I say, I have to get out. So when I resign and I give the key for Toronto Community Housing, you know, I left in a very beautiful way, very peaceful way, and I'm glad. Because sometimes we want to keep on staying in the government housing, you will never get out because it is affordable. It was very affordable, guys. I was paying less because I was working in the community, you know, for 3-bedroom. Inside my home was peaceful, it was nice, but outside it's not. So are you going to lock yourself inside? I said, no. So I let it go. They thought I was crazy, but I was not. You always have to dream big until it scares you, or you will never make your dream come true.
I like that, really. Dream big until it scares you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don't be scared to be dream is good, because how are you going to put to action if you don't dream? If no dreamer, no life. You have to dream. I love the way that your hair you did. So maybe say, you know what? I like it. Maybe I'll go and do it, you know? But if you don't want it, how are you going to get out of that comfort zone? So this business, when I moved out, it's when many doors open, guys. When I move out from government housing, move out from the circle of poverty, but I never forget that where I came from. I always go back and help. I was a young offender counselor. I do mediation, conflict resolution. I help our youth out of court. So even up to today, I still go back to my community. I love them, and I will always carry them in my heart because we are always there for each other. Anybody have issue, I always go. You know, no matter what, I always try to make the time to help another person, another person. That is my inspiration. When I see wherever I touch, it become, you know, beautiful success and lift another human being. As a humanitarian, I volunteer so many times, and that is my cup of tea. I love volunteering, and that I will die with it, because the more you give is the more doors open, because all this connection I got, including you, my sister, Emertha, it's because of volunteering, giving your time. God listen and hear. So don't be scared. Always God, just be true in your heart and go for it. You are not alone. There's nobody alone there.
Let me take you back. You are sitting on a board of directors. You have a job that you're doing, and one day you've seen this opportunity. It's a new opportunity, but you decide really to resign and give away the keys and embark on something new that you actually have no much experience about. So some women really get scared, or they have that fear. Should I really embark on this one? Is this really going to be successful? That fear that limits many women out there from like I can't try this new. What if it doesn't go well? What if something happens? So how did you ever have that moment of fear, or you never had fear at all?
I had those fears. Okay. So that's why it's nice to have a angel, you know. My sister, Mama Zara, I call her. She's a top 100 women in Africa. She was honored by United Nations, and not just because like that. She's a very tough woman and raised us when our parents passed away, right? She's always been there for many, many people, including the Maasai mother. That's how those Maasai mother, they made this. You know, that's why I like to wear it, you know, when I'm doing interviewing, to honor them. It doesn't matter wherever they are. My sister always, like since I was young, always go for it, go for it. She always like push me. I said, don't be scared. Miriam, it's just temporary. Nothing is permanent, only if you make it permanent. So it always ring, all this problem, don't worry. Tomorrow is another day. Don't take the garbage of today to tomorrow. Because if you keep whining today and tomorrow you're whining and another day you're whining, how can you change it? Change for yourself. Like, for example, I have two wonderful ladies, Mama Zara and Sanaz Human, our senior vice president of our company, Opulence Global. She creates Opulence women. And one day you have to interview her. She's fantastic. Those two women, definitely I'm going to bring them, you can interview, because they have a powerful story. Because both of them are excellent business women. And because I follow their roots, I was a Zara Tours. Because remember, my background is a traveling agent. So she make me do all the adventure outdoors show, you know, like calling the client up, because I'm always outgoing and everything. So I used to wear, remember I sent you the pictures of African, you know, clothings and everything. Definitely. So those I wear, I make our people from North and, you know, Europe, everywhere to wear this. I put them on their neck and I show them to start dancing, you know. And they say, oh my God, who did this? So when they're asking, right away, I promote Africa. I tell them where the tallest mountain, climb Kilimanjaro, you know, safari, Serengeti and everything, because my Mama Zara own safaris and camps. So we promote that. So I become their sales manager of Zara Tours. So become a sales manager of Zara Tours. I went and joined our amazing Hawa Jilo, the first woman who created Somali Immigrant Women Association, you know. So to go and join her, because everything, women, my bells ring, you know, like that's why I managed to help women in Waterloo. We had God rest her soul, Saadia Qasim. That lady, she was a professor. She owned her own organization, like she created from scratch for over 14 years. And she said, Miriam, and we find each other exactly like me and you. So if you don't speak, nobody can find you. You'll be staying in your bubble. I want all the women to get out of their bubble. That's the message, right? Every woman, get out of your bubble. Get out of your bubble, then you will see success. But if you're scared, you'll never get success. You'll never move forward. I'm telling you, don't be scared. We carry 9 months pregnant. So all this community, it's because I want to get out of my bubble. So I salute those women who've been there in my life.
So you actually able to overcome those fears because of those incredible women who believed in you and gave you the courage to carry on, right?
Yes, and my children.
And your children. Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. So what was the challenge again in that journey? Do you have some challenges? How did you manage to overcome those challenges? I'm
Challenge.
imagining a new business, trying a new business. There could be some challenges, obviously, though you had the support. But how did you overcome those challenges? And by the way, what were those challenges?
Okay. Challenge is financial. Always the challenge is how you're going to start it and a business. Everybody's going to ask, oh, I cannot afford. I cannot be a self-employed. I have to go work. I cannot even pay my bills. Those are the things myself I hear. So guess what? We always have things value in our life, like gold, little things. And we all, me, I took my gold. I went to sell my gold.
Wow.
Okay. And I used to take stuff, wholesale and sell it, like little things. I collect, scratch all my credit card. This company, the time when I joined, the company said 2005. I joined 2006. You remember, we are the pioneer of the company from the beginning, and they had only fashion jewelry. The investment was 3,500. People say, oh my God. Guess what? I went to scratch everywhere I invest, but they give you back on inventory. When you sell, you get your money back, right? But even if you don't sell, but at least you have a website where you can worldwide. The company was not limited only in Canada. It is international. It's Canadian company, international, and it's worldwide. So there's no boundary. And me, because I was a traveling agent and I like to travel, and people like to dress up, because when you travel, you always buy jewelry, you always buy this. So I was thinking, man, it's nice to have a little purse. You see, this is our logo right there, right? So every time somebody travel, you'll see, honey, they will buy stuff, right? No matter what. So that's to say, wholesale and retail, I'm dealing with people. So I used to do a showroom in my home. I call the women, we have a cup of tea. Oh, we do potluck, right? Just because we chit chat for nothing. So many times we waste so much fun until we get hit, and it's not good for our health. We chat, and we at the end of the day, there's nothing it increased to take you out of that poverty. So I just want people to change, especially our ladies. Sometimes we talk until we burn the kitchen. Like you forgot the onions. Oh my God, I burned it. I throw it because we are on the phone, and it's the truth. So we just want chit chat, but something which it can take you to one step to another. This business, it took me from one place to another. I managed to buy my first home.
Wow.
Okay, in Brampton. Up to now, I never go back to that. So I've been moving forward. I went a lot of challenges because sometimes we are careless. When we start making, we kind of like relax a little bit, and we take things for granted. And that is the truth, because
So
we
did you have that moment? Sorry, did you have that moment of being a bit reluctant,
oh yeah,
feeling that
and I
oh,
had my challenge too. Nothing is a
oh,
smooth road, but it's nice to have a bumper on the road so you'll have a smooth road after, because
yeah.
curiosity killed the cat, right? You have a curiosity. Our company had only fashion, and me, I had a car accident. So I had a very bad, spinal cord. I up to now, I still have a migraine, but when I take my fountain of life, which thank God to that, it builds your immune system. It like reduce my pains and everything. Even today morning, I took my 10 drops of fountain of life. So it give you the energy, give you that kick, and give you your mind to relax, right? But that time I didn't have nothing. So I had to look for other company who sell health product. right? I did Amway, I did Malaluka, you know, Forever Living. So I try health product, you know, because I didn't want to take Tylenols. Me, I don't want to take medication. You know, it's okay when you have to, you'll take it, right? But first, foremost, I want organic, because organic back home, my mom used to mash when you get out, wash and then apply. So my mind was set from back home, you know, if natural was healing us, why not here in North America, right? That's all I said. So at that time, I kind of like relaxed, but there's people who joined with me in this company and I saw them success. They passed me and they're making good money. I was happy because if my sister Emertha, if I brought you to the business and you pass me, and it means I'm doing something good, right? Means I introduced a company, means no members left behind, and no, you cannot hold anybody backwards. Like if me, I'm sleeping, right? And or doing other thing or busy with my own thing and not doing business, not doing nothing, I cannot hold the person. I bring them to the business. That's a good business, because it's not right if I take you to the business and I'm sleeping, you know, like that's a lot of people, they go, oh, that's a pyramid. The pyramid is the one which only the top one win and everybody else lose, right? But it's nice when you see, you come in, you help at teamwork, make the dream work, right?
So let me take you back. If I understand, this is a kind of a digital business, right? And you mentioned that you are aiming to support women, especially African women. So how is this business going to support women? What are your plans? And obviously, going digital is not everyone's cup of tea. So tell us, because we're actually going digital, we have no choice. But how are you trying? How are you going to push this forward, really?
Oh, that is my cup of tea, because I have this smile and you can know it's not a fake smile, right? Zara Tours and this company, it's my baby, and I'm a semi-retired. You know, when I call semi-retired, when you have something with you and it doesn't matter where you are, your kids is sick, you can be there, or you're in the kitchen cooking, you can be there. Whatever you do, you can manage to be part of your life, because guys, what nobody can tell me, I don't like to travel. Nobody can tell me I don't like to wear all this beautiful stuff. Nobody cannot tell me that I don't do. So why I am advocate of this product, because many people get.
So if I understand, you want women to join you and enjoy that beauty and that financial freedom that you have achieved through this company, right?
Yes,
Yes. Again, take us back again to Mama Zara. You mentioned her a little bit. What was what
yes.
is that? When did the Zara charity start? Is it a charity
Okay.
or travel? Yeah.
Zara Charity, we help women, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Maasai women, Mama Zara helped them. So they do all their beads and everything. And then at Zara, it was hotels and camps and lodge, you know, we sell it there and we help them empower, and then we help to look for money. Any percentage Zara was get it, she tried to add it on, you know, to the charity, Zara Charity, so the children can go to school. So we have quite a few beautiful camps and lodge. You're welcome to come. And then even we do women, you know, they can climb for purpose. They can climb Mount Kilimanjaro. It's one of the biggest tour operators. Just imagine one woman, she has quite over 1,000 employee. Guess what? She had to let go almost 500 employees because she could not afford with this pandemic. Again,
Oh,
traditional
yes.
business, you have to have a second option. Mama
Thank you
Zara.
so much. That's so inspiring, really. I'm so impressed from your journey of what you are doing and deciding to leave. What would be like a comfort zone, to be honest, because you already had a job sitting on a board of directors, and then moved from the council housing, and then able to buy your own house, and I mean, running this business for all these years. and now giving back, supporting other women to change their lives. That's very impressive. So what next now? Apart from maybe money, you said you sold your own jewelries, the goals that you had to start up. And so tell me again, what else does a woman need to succeed in business apart from money?
You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to love yourself.
Right.
Okay. We came a long way to give up. Don't ever give up. No matter what, don't ever give up. I never give up. I went through a lot. You know, I used to go on community and fight for the rights of women, and then I end up fainting. I faint 3-4 times on a crowd because when that car accident, sometimes I have high blood pressure, me, and at that time I didn't know what else to do, because you don't want to quit what you do and everything. But I learned how to love myself first, take care of me. So that's what today I am who I am today. I'm more better than before, more organized than before, like nobody's perfect. I'm not that superwoman, but we are superwoman in our own kind. Look at our fingers, right? Are not the same, right? So the same as our character, appreciate you. Doesn't matter what you don't need to compete with nobody. You don't need to be somebody else. Just be yourself. Always, even our Sinaz human remind us. Our Zainab Ansel, my sister Mama Zara to us, remind us, just be yourself. Appreciate you. Every little thing you do in life, it will help you to overcome many. And don't be scared to take that chances. I just want to welcome all the women to be part of us, because we call a vehicle of happiness and pleasure, because we're having fun while we do what we do anyway, right? And it doesn't take anything away, wherever your job. If you're a lawyer, you're a doctor. In our company, we have doctors, we have a surgeon, we have lawyers, we have people have salons people. They're doing excellent, because now they have an online, like you have a second option, online business, and you have a traditional business. When traditional business, if you're sick, you close the door, your online business is open. So guys, the option is online business, and this business for fashion.
Name all the countries. So, and I want to buy one of those. How long does it take for me to get my product really delivered?
Oh, that's a very good question, because at the end of the day, you want to know how the product. First of all, e-commerce online, we are the front line. We are partner with the company, right? So you have your own website, your own portable, and the company take care of all the headache. You remember? I said, take care of all the headache. So I don't have no headache. Me is just looking beautiful, be a product of a product, show you, enjoy it, the fountain of life, like talk about it. Just be a product of a product, but the company do the shipping worldwide, right? So as long that country, it is they open up for shipping and other things are coming in, like Amazon.com. Our company, they take care of the headache. They do the shipping. So for example, today you're my customer, Emertha, right? And you say, Miriam, I like that fountain of life. I'll give a free VIP. So when within 7 days you order that product, right? You spend $100 on your link, which we call, you have a 24 hours customer service, like the way in those high-end hotels, the concierge service, we give you 24/7 concierge service online. With your pajama, you're at home, you're with your pajama and everything. You order, you spend $100. The company say, you know what, Emertha, thank you very much for buying. Right? They ship it to you worldwide. Doesn't matter. You're in Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda. It doesn't matter where. As long as there's a government, stable government, and there's a shipping coming in, they will ship it to you. Do you understand that? So I know we can do it.
Tell me one word to that woman scared of taking their first step to start up their own business.
Okay. First of all, if you want, today you, Emertha, you say, okay, Miriam, you know what? I want to try. What I'll do, I'll give you my link, Opulence Global, myopulenceglobal.com/Miriam, or just go on my electronic business card, Miss Love, MISLUV.biz, B-I-Z. Is that easy, right? I create my own because people they used to give me nickname Miss Love, so you can look any nickname people love about you, right? Because curiosity killed the cat, right? They will click in to find out what it is. When you click right away, it say, welcome to Miriam Ali. And it give you all this and video so you can watch it, and where it give you right away in if you want to become a VIP shopper to us, to start to see, buy a product, be a product of a product, the company give you within 7 days 2,000 points, where next purchase you get almost $20 off, right? It's money. Even you save $1, it's still money. So wherever you refer, and that money you can accumulate and invest in your company to become a retailer. So when you become there's a smaller package, you know, and then there's a middle package where, you know, you can pay, or the bigger. So it's like you have a little kiosk, mamantilie, right? Little kiosk, you can start somewhere, little store, and then you can pay the difference to go to the medium store, right? Or you can start the top one, which is around 1,800, right? But they give worth of for 2,500 worth of product. So that's the good thing. So it doesn't matter. You can have zero to money to invest, and wherever you do, it's ching-ching, we call ching-ching, 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 and you can still be the beauty and enjoy the products, right? And there's a team people helping you.
One last question, Miriam, that I wanted really to clarify is again about fear. The advice you could give those women afraid to start up or to do their own business. We understand the product and how it works, but someone really deep inside, if they are scared to start or to engage, as a woman, you who started this, who, I mean, went out of your shells and made things happen, give that one advice to that lady thinking that, no, I'm afraid, I don't think I can do it, even if they have money, but they don't think they can do it because they have no confidence. So how do you build the confidence?
First of all, you take a look back of past decade. Yeah. What did you do? Are you going to keep on still scared? Do you want another decade to come to you? You never change it. Like I look back on my life, what I did wrong, what I did right. I learned from my own mistakes. Like, don't be scared. It doesn't matter if you join this company or not. The clue I'm giving you, any company out there you love, go for it. Don't be scared. And trust me, there's no wrong mistake. There's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. It's you. Somebody can answer you. You can ask me a question, I can answer differently. Emertha can answer you differently. But the beauty is, it's up to you how you take the advantage of your own knowledge. Figure out what is your weakness, figure out what is your strength. So don't work with your weakness, work with your strength, because the strength, it will make your weakness become stronger.
Right.
Okay? And then if you are on a social media, right? It doesn't matter which business you are in, utilize wisely your social media. Utilize wisely, because those social media, people have birthdays, right? Just go and Google on a Facebook. People say, oh my God, I cannot even find people. How can I do this? How did I find Emertha? It's through social media. Now I feel like I know her all my life. So I go to social media. I'm not that good. I'm not an IT person, but guess what? I always teach on our company. We have a full training for free. Every day we have many training for free. So I took the knowledge of the training, take advantage of all the training, all the empowerment training, videos, somebody send it to you, watch it. You'll pick up one or two, it will make you open your eyes. Don't stay blind. Emertha, thank you very much. I hope, is Dada on the line? I see Marlene. Marlene, welcome. Be who you are. Stand up and shake it out, all the worries and everything. Because if you don't do, who will? How are your kids going to do it? Right? If you have children who are stronger than you, ask them for help. Me, my daughters, trust me, all this computer, everything, technology, they arrange for me. You know, I say, Mommy, don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do multitask. Just stay still. Do one thing at a time. So those are the things we need to hear. It's called a healthy criticism. You know, so just be yourself, stand up for yourself, love yourself enough, and dream big until it scares you, and take that chances. And tomorrow never come. There's so many opportunity out there. And this pandemic time, there's so many, we found out ourselves more better to be on a Zoom and do even better success. I save more money being indoors than when I was out there driving around and, you know, gas and everything. And then whatever you make, it's gone as a self-employed. To work at home means work at home, you know, work around it with your pajama or with looking beautiful. It's up to you. Thank you.
It's up to you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time.
Thank you very much. And God bless you, sister.
Bless you. Bye.